Recession knocking? Don't panic, now's the time to act. You'll discover how to build an emergency fund, slash high-interest debt, and lock down your income with side gigs or skill-ups. Next, we'll show you how to reassess your budget, stay invested but avoid panic selling, and even position yourself for opportunities when markets dip. Tune in and learn the smart financial moves you need to survive and thrive right now. Today we will talk about how to survive a recession, smart financial moves you need to make now. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Understand what a recession really means and why it happens. Before you can successfully navigate a recession, you need to know what it is and what drives it. A recession typically occurs when a country's economic activity drops for 2 consecutive quarters, reflecting a slowdown in businesses, employment, and consumer spending. The main drivers of a recession can range from financial crisis and abrupt policy decisions to external shocks, such as wars, natural disasters, or a health crisis, all of which undermine confidence and cause businesses and consumers to cut back on spending. The result is a downward spiral. Companies respond by freezing hiring or laying off workers. Consumers lose income and cut back further, and the entire economic apparatus weakens. Some key indicators to watch for a recession are rising unemployment, falling retail sales, weak industrial production, and declining GDP. Furthermore, signals from financial markets, like an inverted yield curve, often serve as a powerful warning that a downturn might be on the horizon. An inverted yield curve occurs when short-term bond yields become higher than long-term ones, reflecting a lack of confidence in future economic conditions. 2. Build or expand your emergency fund, your first line of defense. One of the best financial moves you can make immediately is to increase your cash reserves. An emergency fund acts as a financial buffer against job losses, health emergencies, or unexpected expenses, all of which become more likely during a downturn. Ideally, you should aim for 6 to 12 months' worth of expenses in a liquid account, such as a high-yield savings account or a money market fund. The key here is liquidity and stability. You want your money to be easily accessible when you need it and not subject to market fluctuations. To start, cut back on discretionary expenses, dining out, subscriptions you barely use, luxury purchases, and reroute those funds into your emergency fund. If you're already close to your target amount, consider adding an additional 2 to 3 months' worth to account for worst-case scenarios. 3. Reduce debt to lower your risk exposure. Higher debt can become a huge vulnerability during a recession, particularly if you lose your income or if variable interest rates rise. That's why aggressively paying down high-interest debt, like credit card balances and personal loans, should be a top priority. Begin by listing all your debts by balance and interest rate. Then consider employing strategies like the avalanche method, tackling highest interest first, or the snowball method, starting with small balances to build momentum. Reducing or eliminating these payments not only cuts your future financial obligations, freeing up cash flow, but it also reduces stress and financial risk. If you lose your income, having lower payments means you're less likely to miss payments or suffer from penalties and late fees. Furthermore, improving your credit score by reducing your utilization ratio can be helpful if you need to borrow in the future. 4. Diversify your income streams and develop marketable skills. One powerful way to safeguard yourself during a downturn is by diversifying your income sources. If you're currently 100% reliant on a single paycheck from your job, you're vulnerable to layoffs or pay cuts. So consider developing additional income streams, freelance skills, side hustles, rental income, or passive income from stocks and bonds. There are numerous platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or Amazon FBA where you can monetize skills you already have, from graphic design and writing to digital marketing and coding. Additionally, this is a perfect time to enhance your human capital by developing marketable skills. Take online certifications, learn a new software, or pursue a specialized credential, something that makes you more desirable to future employers or clients. The more adaptable and skilled you become, the less likely you'll be stranded without income, and the more opportunities you'll have to pivot if layoffs come your way. 5. Reevaluate your spending and stick to a strict budget. During a recession, it's crucial to control your expenses and avoid lifestyle inflation. The first step is creating a realistic, flexible budget that covers all your essential expenses: food, rent, mortgage, utility bills, healthcare, and cuts back on non-essentials. Review your bank statements over the last few months to identify and cut needless subscriptions, dining out, and impulsive purchases. Using a tool like a budgeting app, Mint, YNAB, or even a simple spreadsheet can help you visualize where your money is going and set clear goals for your spending. Ideally, you should aim to live below your means, freeing up additional cash flow to pay off debt or boost your emergency fund. If you're currently spending close to all your income, find areas to cut back immediately. For example, swapping a pricey phone plan for a cheaper one, dropping a gym membership you barely use, or cooking at home instead of dining at restaurants. 6. Preserve your investments. Stick to your long-term plan. It's often during a downturn that many people panic and withdraw their retirement and investment portfolios at a loss. But this reactive move locks in losses and deprives you of future recovery. Ideally, you should view a recession as a temporary downturn, not a permanent collapse, and resist making impulsive trades. Stick to your long-term financial plan and consider adding small amounts regularly through dollar-cost averaging to take advantage of lower prices. If you're close to retirement or in retirement, consider reallocating to more stable assets, like high-dividend stocks, utility stocks, or bond funds, to help dampen volatility. Nonetheless, for those with a long-time horizon, staying invested in broadly diversified funds, like index funds and ETFs, is often the best course of action. 7. Prepare a plan for job loss or pay cuts. Update your resume and network now. Job cuts often follow a downturn in profits and productivity, and companies may lay off workers to cut expenses. So you should be proactively preparing for this worst-case scenario now. Update your resume and LinkedIn profile, connect with recruiters in your industry, and reach back out to former colleagues and supervisors who may be able to help you find a new opportunity quickly if you lose your job. Consider taking on freelance or temporary roles to stay employed and to maintain cash flow while you search for something more permanent. Furthermore, having a well-prepared portfolio, including references, certifications, and samples of your best work, can shorten your job search and give you a competitive edge in a tough market. 8. Stay positive, adaptable, and forward-looking. Finally, a recession is not the end. It's a challenging period that eventually passes. Your ability to stay adaptable, forward-looking, and proactive can make all the difference in how you emerge from it. That means keeping a clear head under stress, focusing on what you can control, your spending, your income streams, your skills, and ignoring the daily negativity in the media. Instead of framing this as a crisis, view it as a course correction, a time to reassess and realign your financial goals. If you emerge from the downturn with less debt, more skills, and greater financial discipline, you will be well equipped to take advantage of future opportunities when the recovery starts. Furthermore, staying flexible lets you respond quickly to changing conditions. Whether that's shifting your career path, adding a side income, or investing in assets while prices are low. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.